Welcome to Nexus List. As someone who loves cooking, I also enjoy watching movies related to them, even though I get hungry while watching them. Today we have compiled a list containing the highest rated movies about cooking according to IMDB ratings. Let's get started. Number 10. The Chef. Jackie Bonnet is 32 years old and a lover of haute cuisine. He is undeniably talented, and he dreams of success managing a great restaurant, but he and his wife's financial situation obliges him to accept odd jobs that he is not passionate about and thus never able to keep. One day he runs into his idol, Alexandre Lagarde, a famous multi-star chef whose comfortable situation is threatened by the holding group that owns his restaurants. Number 9. Burnt. Chef Adam Jones, Bradley Cooper, had it all and lost it. A 2-star Michelin rock star with the bad habits to match, the former enfant terrible of the Paris restaurant scene did everything different every time out, and only ever cared about the thrill of creating explosions of taste. To land his own kitchen and that third elusive Michelin star though, he'll need the best of the best on his side, including the beautiful Helene, Sienna Miller. Number 8. This is not what I expected. This is a Chinese movie. 29-year-old Gu Shangnan is a chef at a Western restaurant in a hotel who is in a secret relationship with the hotel's general manager. After a financial crisis hit the hotel, the manager breaks up with her, and she loses her job at the same time. In this state of distress, she meets the picky and arrogant Lu Jin, who is there to take over the hotel, and forms a relationship with him. They become a couple despite their wildly different personalities, bonding over their love for food. Number 7. Julie and Julia. In 1949, the diplomat Paul Child and his wife Julia are expatriated to France. In Paris, the bored Julia decides to learn how to cook, and later to write a book teaching American housewives how to cook French cuisine. In 2002, the frustrated secretary of a government agency Julie and her husband, the editor Eric Powell, moved to an apartment in Queens over a pizzeria. Julie is an aspirant writer and loves to cook, and her husband suggests her to write a blog to spend her leisure time. Julie decides to write a blog about cooking, and commits herself to cook the 534 recipes written by Julia Child in her book in 365 days. Number 6. East Side Sushi. Single mom Wana can slice and dice anything with great speed and precision. After working at a fruit vending cart for years, she decides to take a job at a local Japanese restaurant. Intrigued by the food, she learns to make a multitude of sushi on her own. Eventually she attempts to become a sushi chef, but is unable to, because she is the wrong race and gender. Against all odds, she embarks on a journey of self-discovery, determined to not let anyone stop her from achieving her dream. Number 5. Chocolat. Vianne Rocher and her young daughter are now co-drifters who are met with skepticism and resistance when they move to a conservative town in rural France and open a chocolate shop during Lent. As Vianne begins to work her magic and help those around her, the townspeople are soon won over by her exuberance and her delicious chocolates, except for Mère Comte de Reynaud, who is determined to shut her down. When a group of river drifters visit the town, Vianne teaches the townspeople something about acceptance, and finds love for herself along the way. Number 4. The God of Cookery. The God of Cookery, a brilliant chef who sits in judgment of those who would challenge his title, loses his title when a jealous chef reveals him to be a con man, and humiliates him publicly. As this new chef takes on the God of Cookery's role, the former god tries to pull himself back on top again, to challenge his rival and find once and for all who is the true God of Cookery. Number 3. The 100-Foot Journey. The Kadam family, after leaving India due to a fatal tragedy, finally settle in a small town in southern France. They set up a traditional family-run Indian restaurant just like they had always planned, but opposite a competitive French restaurant. This initial rivalry creates unexpected twists for the better and for the worse in the lives of both the Kadam family and Madame Mallory, the owner of the Michelin star restaurant 100 feet away. Number 2. Chef. Carl Casper is an acclaimed chef with a family life that seems as decaying as his artistic freedom. Those frustrations boil over into a raucous viral videoed public confrontation against a restaurant critic who panned his cooking of food that his boss ordered him to make against his instincts. Now with his career ruined, Carl's ex-wife offers an unorthodox solution in Miami. Refit an old food truck to offer quality cooking on his own terms. Now with his young son, Percy, and old colleague, Martin, helping, Carl takes a working trip across America with that truck to rediscover his gastronomic passion. With Percy's tech savvy and Martin's enthusiasm, Carl finds that he is creating a traveling sensation on the way home. In doing so, Carl discovers he is serving up more than simply food, but also a deeper connection with his life and his family that is truly delicious in its own way. Number 1. Ratatouille. Remy, a provincial rat with a wonderful sense of smell, hates garbage and risks death to enter a human kitchen, where he discovers real food and the cooking of 5-star chef Anton Gusteau, author of Anyone Can Cook. On the day Remy learns his hero has died, he is evicted and ends up alone in Paris. By luck, he discovers Gusteau's restaurant, down to 3 stars and run by a frozen food-hawking chef. As Remy enters, so does Linguini, a clumsy youth hired as a garbage boy. To save the soup that Linguini accidentally fouls, Remy throws in some ingredients. The soup is a success and Linguini's career as a chef is born. Can Remy find a way to maintain the fiction and use his gift? Do you agree with the list? Let us know what your favorite movie about cooking is in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you next time in the Nexus.